What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Poor Michigan Reviews. We're dealing with the third out of four beers from the Super Hoppy Holidays Pack 2022 from Shorts Brewing. This is my third, like I said, which is going to be, guys, Double Freedom of 78. Double IPA brewed with guava. From time to time, I would have the original Freedom of 78, not the original, the later versions of Freedom of 78. I'd get it around June or July. Some years it wouldn't come out every year. I don't remember it coming out every year. But I don't remember like being wowed by it. I don't remember like stepping back and saying, wow, I really need to go get that beer again. It's been quite a few years. Now we're dealing with the souped up double version of that, guys. And this thing is not a slouch of a beer. It's coming in at 11.2% alcohol. Had to look it up because Shorts does not list their ABV on their cans. I'm not sure what this is going to pertain to or how bad this will transpire, guys, or how bad things will get. Packaged on 10/11/22. So odd note, this is the first beer that has a different canned on date than the other two that I've had so far. So this one's fresher than the other two. But again, 11.2%. Hoping this is a decent drinkable beer, but the 11.2 scaring me. Double Freedom of 78 is basically double the amount of hops and obviously alcohol. The malt's driven up higher, and a ton more guava from what I've seen. So we will see, guys. This is my first go at it. Here we go. That's pouring a lot thicker than some of the other beers, even the New England style. It just has more viscosity to it. It's definitely this orangey, dark amber copper kind of quality. Maybe more just copper in general. Honey copper. Muddy, kind of muddy in a way. But again, almost like a reddish kind of tinge to it. A little off-white, brownish head sitting on top. It's very creamy, actually. 11.2% with very good head retention. I'm not sure what to expect. Obviously, we have haziness to this beer. Is it a New England style? I don't think so. I think this is based on West Coast ABV, West Coast style, if you will. So don't quote me on that, guys. Again, I've only had Freedom of 78 maybe 2 times in my life, and I really just, I don't remember it, to be quite honest. So it's been quite some time. Let's go to an aroma. Wow. It smells pretty bright for 11.2%. Almost like dank, grassy guava. I mean, we know guava's in there. That's the disclaimer. I already know that. But it's almost got like tropical notes too, almost like mango or like papaya, pineapple kind of mixed together. Almost like grapefruit, tangerine as well. It's hard to say, but it's got that like small tartness factor from the guava, definitely hitting your nostrils the right way there. But the nose is like more muddled than some of the other beers as well. There's some of the like boozy dankness coming out. Like I need to get a little swirl because that's where some of the nose is coming out. Yeah, more of that malty complex is coming out for sure on this beer. But again, guys, this is my first go. It's the Double Freedom of 78. Let's check it out. Cheers. Whew. Hops and bitterness galore. It's almost so zippy and hoppy that you don't even comprehend what the fruits are. So like the guava just went right by it, zipped by me. My senses went straight to the hoppiness and the bitterness. But actually, the back end, I'm definitely remembering the bitterness, but it actually washed out. It actually went away to some degree. Maybe my palate's not fully saturated yet, but the bitterness was actually offset to some degree by that fruity brightness, but it went really quick. So all I remember is this like citrus kind of like, I don't even know. I mean, it's guava, but it went so quick, and then it went into hoppy bitterness on the back end. So let's dive back in. And there was grassiness to that drink. So one more sip. Let's check it out. Big sip. Got the booze there. Wow. That's some impressive easy booziness if I've ever seen it. Like the hops are very pleasurable. The malt bill is very nice. It's subtle, and it kind of retracts any of that like uneasy booziness or bitterness on the back end. But yes, it has a beautiful hop kick to it. The guava, it's almost unnoticeable in a way because it's so dominated by the malts and hops that it just zips right by you like I got on my first sip. It's there. It's like this quick sweetness of like tart guava, but you almost don't notice it. Like I said, it's very nice fruitiness that's more generic than guava. I would say the guava's not as predominant or pronounced as it would be for being double the amount. But as a West Coast beer, this is fantastic, man. The drinkability is on point. I'm having a hard time believing it's 11.2%, guys. That's wild stuff. Dank, kind of like ethanol grassiness. Again, I'm getting like, it's hard to say guava. Like the guava is tough to point out. I would say it's there, but I would say there's something else with it, almost like a strawberry or some sort of like quick burst of mango or tangerine kind of mixed together. The guava is actually less. It's less pronounced than I thought, guys, and I've been saying that since my first sip. What a great beer. I mean, for being this caliber, 11.2, for having this kind of drinkability and soft touch, I'm very impressed. I am absolutely blown away so far by these options I've had in this pack, guys. Slurmaclaws, I think, is going to be my favorite. I think I've already solidified that. Ho Ho Hop It was behind it. This one's up there, but it's just more of like a beast of a West Coast beer. So is it epic? The drinkability is. I like it. I certainly like this beer. I like the 3 beers I've had so far, so let's give this a rating. That's a lot of talking. Guava through the middle into the back end. I'm having a hard time understanding this alcohol content, guys. If this is a really 11.2, you feel it a little bit. You get that ethanol kind of gassiness. It's a little bit in the chest, but it's soft. It's easy. It's a crusher. It's an absolute crusher at 11.2. Tough to look past that and not rate it higher for that. I'm extremely impressed. Wow. A little bit of dank grass still just hanging on with that beer. It's West Coast, but it's not as bitter as some of the other beers. That malt bill, that 11.2 is like kind of sweet, but then it's got that dry offset on the back end. It's crazy. The drinkability, I can't overlook it. 4.1 out of 5. It's just staggering to me how it can go down this good. Do I like it that much from the front and middle? Not so much, but as a beer as a whole, as it finishes, 4.1 for just incredible brewing technique, incredible craftsmanship. Yeah, that's enough, guys. It's been the double freedom of 78. You got the Poor Michigan review. It's the 4.1 out of 5. I'm Dan. I'm over and out. Catch you guys on the next review. Cheers.